Hi guys, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be reading Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan.
It was late at night. You tossed and turned as thoughts began.
So I've had this book on my TBR for a really long time. I originally started this book back in March, and I started it in March, and then I was reading so many other books that I put it off to the side. I put it on hold, and I was like, I'll eventually come back to it. And I was recently watching Maya Beatrice's channel, and she was watching Sarah Caroli's channel, where Sarah had read Before I Let Go, and they were talking about it a bit, and I was like, wow, my dog's trying to come in here. I was like, wow, it's been a minute since I've read this book, and I really want to get into it. I'm in the middle of reading like 4 different books for different videos altogether, but nothing seems to be catching my attention since the last couple books that I've read for this channel. So I've got back into this yesterday. It's currently May 29th, so I want to say May 28th, May 27th, and I have been reading it nonstop. I have not put this book down. It is so good. This is such a good depiction of a real life couple. So that's what I've been doing for this video. I've been going back and forth about whether I wanted to make this video spoiler free. I think I originally want to make this video spoiler free, and then I'm going to put all the spoilers at the end, but I'll put a warning up before I get into the spoilers. But let me read you guys the synopsis if you've never heard of this book before, which I feel like is very hard because I feel like everybody's heard of this book. So, Before I Let Go is the first book in the Skyland series. There's 2 books. I don't know if there's going to be a 3rd book. And also, fun little fact, this book is being turned into a TV show. So, I cannot wait. And before that happens, I definitely want to go out and buy the original copies that are out now when I obviously am off my book buying ban. Guys, the list that I have, so long. Okay, so here's the synopsis. Their love was supposed to last forever, but when life delivered blow after devastating blow, Yasmin and Josiah Wade found that love alone couldn't solve or save everything. It couldn't save their marriage. Yasmin wasn't prepared for how her life fell apart, but she is finally starting to find joy again. She and Josiah have found a new rhythm, co-parenting their 2 kids and running a thriving business together. Yet, like magnets, they're always drawn back to each other, and now they're beginning to wonder if they're truly ready to let go of everything they once had. Soon, one stolen kiss leads to another, and then more. It's hot, it's illicit, it's all good, until old wounds reopen. Is it too late for them to find forever, or could they even be better the second time around? So good. So I'm not much of a second chance romance kind of person. It's not really my cup of tea. But the way that Kennedy Ryan writes is so beautiful that I oftentimes forget that it's a romance book and that it is fiction. Yasmin and Josiah and their situation and their friend group, and it feels so real. I could be one of Yasmin's friends, and this could be her life. This could be us when we're adults, and this could be her life, and I'm hearing it all from her. That's how it feels. This feels like a real couple and not fiction whatsoever. And the second book in the Skyland book series is Soledad. Love these names, by the way. Soledad is Yasmin's friend that we meet in book 1. And you kind of get a sprinkle of her family dynamic and her marriage dynamic. And that's what the second book is. And that recently just came out. But Before I Let Go is the only one that's on Kindle Unlimited right now. I think the other one is called This Could Be Us. And that one's not on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, that one's not on Kindle Unlimited. But excited to read that one when I can. It's June 19th, and if you saw my reading Abby Jimenez books, you would know that I broke my book buying ban. I have a $10 gift card. Let's go buy some books. Alright, you guys, so I want to buy 3 books today. I think I want to do Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, because I'm currently reading that for another video, and I really enjoyed the book, so I think I'm going to get that. I might get Beach Reads by Emily Henry. I know a lot of people like that book, because I don't know how I feel about Emily Henry yet. I haven't read one of her books. And then I also want to get, I kind of want to get like a sapphic book, like with a sapphic main character, because it's Pride Month, and why not read more Pride books? So those are my options. It is very quiet in this Barnes and Nobles right now, so I have a couple on my story graph. I'm between Sunburn by Chloe Michelle Howards. I think Howards. I don't know how to say her name. I'll put up a picture. And then there's also Mrs. S. But I don't know, because I feel like that was more of like history type. I don't know. We'll see what I end up with. One of these days I will read this and then the 2 in the series. These 2 I think are in this series. Fantastic movie. I heard this book is really good, Pride and Protest. I want to eventually, it's like a retelling of Pride and Prejudice and POC main characters. So this is the Kennedy Ryan section. Long shot, block shot, hook shot. Long shot, block shot, hook shot. Beautiful. The only one that I could find. So they're turning this into a movie, and I really want to try to get like this one and this one and this should be us in the original covers before they become a TV show, or I think they're gonna become a TV show and then they get like completely changed. I think I'm gonna go to my iPad and go through my story graph and try to figure out what I want off of that. Recoup. I think I'm gonna do this one and that one. I remember seeing We're Not Like Them somewhere in the fiction last time I was here. Let me see what I can find. Hi guys, so don't mind the absolute mess that's behind me. I don't know if you could tell from where my bed is in my room. Yeah, it got changed. Everything got changed around, so my room's an absolute mess that I have to fix. But I wanted to show you guys, if you saw my Abby Jimenez reading vlog, you would know that I broke my book buying ban, and honestly, it's done now, so like it is what it is. I bought a couple books today, but after like these books that I just bought, I'm probably not gonna buy for a really long time because I still do want to get through all my physical books and I don't want to keep adding onto my problem. So this is probably gonna be the last books that I buy for a while. Also, my friend had a gift card. You guys would have seen all that footage before this. My friend had a gift card that I had been meaning to spend. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the books that I got. I obviously bought Before I Let Go. I did not realize, now looking for my Kindle, that I literally have just this much left. So I am currently in the process of reading Just for the Summer, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this off. So you guys will be getting that video and this video very close together within each other. Actually, you might even be getting this video before that because I might want to just finish this off. But I do want to get the second book in this series, which is This Should Be Us, because I, like I said, want to get the covers before they get changed whenever this TV show comes out. And I just feel like I'm going to really like that book, and it's about, so I'm not even going to try to butcher her name, but I really want to know the main character. Also, forget that noise. For the first time, I was going to show you, but my room's atrocious. For the first time in like the 500 years that I've been living here, we finally got an AC, so that's what that noise is. Okay, so the next book I got is We Are Not Like Them by Christine Pride and Joe Piazza, I think is how you say it. So this is a book about Jen and Riley. They're two best friends. They've been friends for a really long time. Jen marries a police officer, and something happens where it says, but the deep bond they share is severely tested when Jen's husband, a city police officer, is involved in a shooting of an unarmed black teenager. 6 months pregnant Jen is in free fall as her future, her husband's freedom, and her friendship with Riley are thrown into uncertainty. So that's what it is. It also says, as a television journalist covering the story, Riley wrestles with the implications of this tragic incident for her black community, her ambitions, and her relationship with her lifelong friend. So this is really good. I don't think I've ever really read a book where it's just been about two friends. I'm such a big fan of like the platonic soulmates, like just bond that humans have, and the fact that this book I feel like is gonna explore that I'm gonna love it. I want to find more books like this, like that talks about like just friendship, and like not every book has to be about romance. I know that's mostly what I read, but I want to kind of branch out into other genres of books, so I'm really excited for this one. And then the final book that I got is Mrs. S. This is a book that when I was looking up like just like queer books on TikTok, this book had came up a while ago. I think I had read like a little like excerpt about it or heard somebody like talking about it, and I was like, I really want to read this. And then when I was at Barnes, this was the only copy that they had, so I'm glad that I got it. So it says, in an elite all-girls English boarding school where the students kiss the marble statues of famous dead authors who used to walk the halls, an outsider arrives to take up the antiquated role of matron. Within this landscape of immense privilege, where difference is often met with hostility, the matron finds herself unsure of her role, her accent, and her body. That is until she meets Mrs. S., the headmaster's wife, a woman who is her polar opposite, an assertive, authoritative patron of femininity. Over the course of a long, relentless summer, their unspoken yearning blooms into an illicit affair of electric intensity. Wow. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. So my only like hold up about this was I was looking at the font and like the way that this is written. The font is not too bad. It's pretty big font, if you can see that. It's pretty big font, but like the paragraphs are all together. Like it's not broken up. That's just a weird thing about me, is I love when it's like broken up. But I like read the first page, and that's when I was kind of like, okay, I think I do want to read this book. And I feel like this is kind of gonna be like maybe diary style, like third person. I feel like this book is gonna have so many good quotes and things like that. I don't know if I want to annotate it like with a pen or anything like that. I probably will just like underline stuff that I like. I probably won't highlight this, but I'm really excited to read this one. It's on the smaller side. Another book that I really want to pick up is Sunburn by Chloe Michelle Harwood, I think is how you say her last name. That was an option I know you guys saw me looking at, but I didn't end up getting. I really want to get more into my queer bag. I just love reading about queer love. So yeah, those are the books. Let's get into the rest of this. Finishing her out. Let's go. Hi guys, so I'm here to give you guys my final thoughts on Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I'm so excited. So I've decided to give this book 5 stars. I loved this book so much. A lot of the romance books that I read, they're not really young adults, but I will say they are heavily on the like fiction side. I mean, obviously all these books are fictional, unless I say otherwise, but they like heavily rely on the fiction. This book is a book that I think I'm gonna hold really near and dear to my heart. When reading this book, it felt like I was reading about a true couple that I like could know my personal life. Yasmin and Josiah. Yasmin and Josiah feel like a couple that like I could know personally. Being a child of divorced parents, it was really interesting getting to see from parents' point of view, like how the scheduling works and how it feels emotionally going back and forth, like having to share your kids. Also, a big heavy topic in this book is loss of pregnancy. And I've never had, like, I don't have any children. I've never experienced motherhood firsthand. But as somebody who's never experienced that, reading this book, I have so much just empathy and sympathy for the stuff that Yasmin and Josiah went through. A lot of the times when we hear about these situations, we don't really get to ever hear from the husband's point of view. A lot of the times the father's point of view or like the male's point of view in the situation isn't talked about or is very repressed, which is very much Josiah's point of view at the very beginning of this book. And once he gets into therapy and starts talking about that, we really get to see from his point of view how it felt, because not only did he lose his kid, but he lost a piece of his wife, a piece of his marriage, a piece of this person that he's loved his entire life. This book is fantastic. I definitely give this 5 stars. I love Kennedy Ryan's writing. It is just so beautiful. She just knows how to connect with the readers. Like, you don't even have to experience something like this firsthand and can still connect with the readers. Love this so much. With that being said, like, I could see this book not being a lot of people's cup of tea, but it definitely is mine. The second book in this series is This Could Be Us. And I really, really want to pick that book up and do like a separate reading vlog when I get that. I know I said in this video earlier when I was hauling these books that these 3 books were going to be the last books that I buy, but I'm definitely going to buy This Could Be Us when I can find it in like a bookstore or something. And that's going to be the last book that I buy. Yeah, I love this book so much. I'm so glad to have finish this, put another one on my bookshelf, and now I can return to Just for the Summer and get that video out for you guys, and just get back in my reading bag. It's now the summer. I mean, I always have free time because I'm just working, but it's now the summer, and I feel like in the summer it's just like pulling out a book, sitting on a beach. I'm so excited. I kind of want to do like a small video where I give you guys some like summer recommendations, so let me know if you guys want that. I don't have a lot of books that I've read that are summer based, but I can maybe do something if you guys enjoyed that. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next reaction.